I want to welcome everyone to my new video series designed to help small business owners succeed with a profitable website. My name is Ron Collins, owner of Blue Lacy SEO here in El Paso, Texas. So let's dive in. All right, so what is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It's designed to optimize your website for the search engines such as Google, so your site can be found on the search engine results. A whole industry has been created with the purpose of optimizing websites to compete for top spots in Google and other search engines. Now, most business owners and people in general have no idea how websites are ranked. So today I'm going to go and show you the basics for getting your website ranking higher. I'm not going to go into great detail on each topic since this is just an introduction. So number one on my list is to use WordPress. Now, WordPress is a free content management system for building websites, and it powers over 30% of the web. And there's a reason for that. WordPress sites are SEO friendly. Now, what do I mean by that? If you're using Wix, Weebly, GoDaddy, Website Builder, or any of the do-it-yourself content management systems, they may tell you that they're SEO friendly, but they are not. If you want to rank your site in a competitive niche, then use WordPress. Pretty much all web design agencies use WordPress to build their websites for their clients, as I do also. If you look at the top ranking websites in a competitive niche, they are probably all using WordPress. So I've done a search here for El Paso electrical contractors. And this is a local search in the area, in the city where I live. So what I'm going to do is go through some of the top ranking sites here. And if we scroll down here in what we call the organic results, we see Yelp. This is one for a directory for Texas electrical contractors, Angie's List, Home Provider, and finally we get down to an actual business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to copy the URL, and I'm going to go to a site called whatcms.org. So it tells you what CMS this site is using, content management system. So I'm going to paste that in here, and it's going to tell me which management system you're using. And it's using WordPress. And tells you what version it is. It's a little bit older version. So let's go down to the next one in the list here. We got Yellow Pages, we got Better Business Bureau. Let's check this one. Alpine Electrical. And we'll copy that. Put it in here. Now this doesn't really tell us what it's using. This is the type of server they're using, so not all the time they're finding exact matches on what this site is using. But you'll find most of the ones in the top spots on Google for a search, they're all using WordPress. It's not that often that you find one that is using one of the do-it-yourself website builders. All right, the next one on my list here is make sure your website is mobile ready. Now, most searches are done on mobile devices now than on desktop computers, so it's important your site looks good on mobile devices. Google will rank your site lower if it's not mobile ready. Now, you can test your site's mobile readiness by going to Google's mobile friendly test. And here's the site for Google's mobile friendly test. So I'm just going to type in my website and let's see if it tests out for mobile friendliness. So it's going to analyze it. It's going to run for a little bit, and then it'll give you the results. So here's the result, and it's kind of like a pass-fail type of result. So it says this page is mobile friendly, easy to use on mobile devices, and it'll give you a little screenshot of what your site would look like on a mobile device. All right, next is keyword research. Now this is an important step because you need to find out what terms people are searching for related to your type of business. And the best way to accomplish this is by using a keyword research tool, but most of them are paid search tools. It used to be in the past that a lot of them were free. Not too many anymore, but some of them have limited free trials. So the best ones are SEMrush, Ahrefs, Keyword Finder, Moz Keyword Explorer, and I'll leave links in the description below if you want to check out those sites. So next, once you find your keywords that you think is going to rank for your whatever your website is, whatever it's about, you need to research your top competition. So in order to beat your competition, you need to research and analyze the top ranking sites you are competing against. Again, you can use the tools they used in your keyword research, some of the ones I gave you, to see what they are doing to rank high. What kind of keywords are they ranking for? What are they doing on their site? But you may have used up your free trial doing the other keyword research. Now, these can be expensive tools to subscribe to for your limited use, and some even require paying for a whole year's subscription in advance. So if you're just working on one site, that doesn't make any sense. An alternative to using these keyword tools is, so here am I at Upwork.com, and this is where you can hire professionals to do the research for you. So you could find quality talent or agencies or individuals that will do this for you. They have the website, they have the tools, and they just charge maybe by a flat rate or by the hour. So you could look in web, mobile, and software development, answer a few questions, and then they'll kind of offer you what they think is the best type of workers that would work on that type of site that you need. All right, next on the list is write good content. Now, writing good content is easier said than done, but with your keywords nailed down, you have a good topics to write content around. The trick is to write for your website visitors, so they'll be interested in what you have to say, and for Google, because you want to use your keywords, but you don't want to make it look all spammy. You want to write interesting content around topics related to what you do that answers visitors' questions, so you can turn those visitors into paying customers. They may not buy on the first visit, but eventually you want them to call, write, do an email, fill out a form. In other words, take some kind of action. You also want to write with the keywords in mind for Google to grasp what your site is about so they can rank it. So content is one of the most important ranking factors. If you provide a service, for instance, such as insurance, you want to have pages for the different types of insurance you offer. Then your home page should contain small amounts of content centered around the specific insurances you offer with links to each page to expand on the subject. Alright, then we get to number 6. You want to optimize your title tags and meta descriptions. Now, a title tag is a title you see in the search engine results when you type in a search phrase. That's the first thing that you see at the top. So the title is important for ranking if you get the title right. So let's look at an example. Alright, in Google I typed in homeowners insurance. Okay, so we're going to scroll down to the first organic result here. And notice that the word I typed in here, homeowners insurance, it has that exact phrase in the title tag. Homeowners insurance, homeowners insurance here, homeowners insurance guide, home insurance quotes. That's kind of a related search. So you look down here, all the type sites have this phrase that I typed in here. So it's very important to include this phrase, homeowners insurance. Now next to this phrase, you have what we call a qualifier. This is going to be something to get your visitors to click on your site. Like here's the one for Allstate. Their qualifier is get homeowners insurance quote. So that might make you click on the site to get a quote. Geico, fast and free homeowners insurance quotes. They kind of included the main keyword and fast and free quotes all in one sentence, and then their name afterwards. Here's one, homeowners insurance guide, a beginner's overview. So they're offering a guide. Home insurance quotes, farmer insurance is kind of plain here. Here's homeowners insurance, State Farm. So they had more room to put something else, but they didn't do it. Progressive homeowners insurance, get a free quote now. That might make me click on it. So you get the idea about title tags and a qualifier after putting your main keyword in the front there. The other thing we want to look at are the meta descriptions. These are descriptions below the title tag that kind of tells you what that site is about or what that page is about. So let's take a look at some examples here. So I typed in a local search, El Paso electrical contractors. So let's look through here. Now we'll get past Yelp, Angie's List, the directory, Home Advisor. Finally we get down to one that says electrical repair, Liz's Tovar Electric, and it says commercial and residential electrical services in Horizon, Texas. Many of our contractors are bilingual. This could be written better, or this could maybe not be written. And if there is no title tag that Google can find, they'll pick up any text, usually the first part of the text of the site, and write it for you. This is Yellow Pages, Better Business, Alpine Electric, electrician, electrical, residential, commercial, El Paso, Texas, New Mexico. This could be written a lot better to give me a sense of why would I want to click on this site. Arts Electric. Arts Electric is an El Paso contractor. Doesn't tell me a lot, and it's very short. So you get the idea that you've got to not only spend some time writing your title tag, but spend some time writing your meta tag also, the description, because that's going to drive people to click on your site. Now, meta description is not really a ranking factor, but it's something that you need to pay attention to. All right, number 7, have an appealing web design. Now, web design is not something that's a ranking factor, because Google really doesn't care what your site looks like. They don't really see it. They see all the code behind it. But when someone lands on your site, you only have a few seconds to grab their attention. Otherwise, they're going to leave and go somewhere else. So even though web design is not a direct ranking factor, it can influence how long someone stays on your site. And that's called dwell time. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. All right, I went to a site here called Go Designs EP, and it's a landscaping company. And what they've got here is a nice slider. It's a vertical slider. You don't see vertical sliders that often. And it has some really nice pictures. And I can tell these are not stock pictures. It looks like they're from their local city, which is El Paso. I can tell by all the rock walls there. And these are really nice pictures, and it really showcases what the work that they did. And, you know, it's not something I can maybe not want to skip through yet. They have several of these, and it looks pretty nice. So let's scroll down a little bit. So they've got a title here called Imagine Then Build. Real short, pretty clever, showcasing our award-winning design and implementation. El Paso's only Hoots featured designer and pro advisory board member. I don't know if I would put that there up here. And there's a place where you click away from the site. So, but it's not too bad. So here, you hover over these pictures, and it tells you materials, residential backyards, elements, mediation labyrinth, restored style pools, commercial exerscape. So these are pretty nice, and you click on these and it goes to an area that it talks more about it. Then we got here, and we have another title. It all starts with a seed. Okay, pretty clever. If you've got to start somewhere, start with the best. And then it's got some written content down here. And then we have some more pictures. Since they're doing landscaping, you want to have it very visual, like they do, with some nice pictures, which they do. Down here, this says award-winning design. This is good to have what we call media badges. I may talk about that in a later video of how important that is for authority. And then it says pursue your paradise. And then we get down here to the footer. Okay, so it's pretty nice. Now let's look at another landscaping website called Ozzy's Landscaping and Construction. First off, this logo up here is way too big. They should have made that a lot smaller. And I don't know about this green color. It's a little dark. Doesn't really match the green that's in their logo. And then on their menu up here, when you hover over it, it turns that red color, but it doesn't, that red with the dark green doesn't have the right contrast. So I would think about redoing this. Now, they do have a call to action up here. They have their phone number nice and big, which is good. We get down to their what we call a hero picture, and this is a slider, but it looks like a manual slider. So they have a background picture, then they have this inset picture. I'm not sure if that's the best picture. They're probably showcasing their work here. Let's go through the slider. They have another picture. I would have had this a little bit bigger, but they're trying to showcase their work. Then they're talking about home remodeling. Now, since this is a manual slider, not everybody may see this. They may choose not to click through this slider. House painting, and you can get back to the original. So here are the texts. No matter the size of the project, our expertise will enhance the look and value of your property, and so forth. I think this is a little bit too long. I would put a title here first and then put this underneath here. Now they have some services here: landscaping, home remodeling, house painting, which is good. And it looks like this is clickable. So it's going to go to another page. Probably their services page here. These are the 3 services, so that's good. Another statement down here. Welcome to Ozzy's Landscaping and Construction. I don't think this is particularly great. A lot of people like to put welcome to. Put something that here that's a little bit more interesting. The best landscaping experience you're going to have in El Paso. Something like that. All right. Then they have a list of what they do, which is fine, but I would want to see concrete installation. Maybe you could click on that and go to a separate page on that. Roofing. Have a separate service for that. That should be under services. They should have all this. Fences, water features. Let's see what do they do. Let's see examples and so forth. And we have some more text, and what they should have had is another call to action down here somewhere, or over here in this blank space. They do have their phone number and address over here. Social media. So they do have get in touch here. You want your call to action high up like this, but I would also put it down here also. Maybe in here. Okay, so you can get an idea of elements that should be in your website designs and which should not. All right, the next one, citations. Now, a citation is any mention of your business name, address, and phone number, what we call the NAP, N-A-P. Now, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Brown Book, they're all examples of citations. Those are directories. There are also business-specific directories for lawyers, doctors, insurance, all kind of different construction, maybe. So having citations shows Google that you are a real business with a real location address. Not all businesses have addresses. Some are service businesses that they don't really need an address. That's something I can talk about maybe in a later video. Now, citations, a lot of people have these citations. Maybe they only have a few of the more popular ones, maybe Yelp, Hot Frog, Yellow Pages, something like that. You can hire an agency to submit your business citations to, or you can do it yourself. Now, if you want to hire an agency, there's one of the biggest ones is White Spark. I'll leave a link in the description. We also have at Blue Lacy SEO, we have a citation service. But if you do it yourself, make sure you fill out everything completely and be accurate with your NAP, name, address, and phone number. That should be consistent across all your citations. And make sure you claim your business. That's very important. So how many citations should you have? 20, 50, 100, 200? Well, nobody really knows, but there may not be 200 good citation sites out there. I think if you have around 50 of them, that should be fine. You may have some niche directories that you submit to. And again, in another video, I may go over all this in more detail. All right, then number 9 is a Google My Business. This is also a citation, one of the most important ones. Most everybody does fill out a Google My Business. It's free to do. It's an important free service. But I wanted to give you some tips. Make sure you fill out everything that you see that Google is asking for. It seems simple, but not everybody does it. And give some thought to the description for your business. You have a limited space to write in. You want to include some keywords, describe the benefits of your product or service, and exactly what you do. The thing is to think like a consumer. So you have a limited space to describe and to have people want to click on your website. You want to have a link to your website, of course, and your social media. Now, one of the most important aspects of the citation sites, especially Google My Business, are reviews. If you want to rank high in Google Maps, get as many reviews as you can. Hopefully they're positive reviews. And the simple way to do that is ask your customers, after you provide them a service, a product, or whatever, ask them for a review. Give them a link to your Yelp or your Google My Business. And many times they will leave a review. A lot of times people leave reviews that are not positive because they didn't have a good experience, and I want everybody to know about it. They may do it on Facebook, Google My Business, or other places. It's important to respond to every review, whether it's positive or negative. It shows that you care. All right, now we got to the last one, internal linking. Now there's two types of linking for websites. One is external linking, that is linking to or from other websites. A website that links to a page on your website is called a backlink. And it's very important for ranking. They're difficult to achieve. And there's all kind of agencies out there that will do what we call backlinks for your website because it is a ranking factor. The other one is internal linking, which is easier to do. And that means linking within the same page or other pages on your site. Now, there's several reasons why you want to have internal linking. Now, it improves the user experience by helping users navigate through your website. If your content is about a service or product on your home page, you can have a link to another page that goes into more detail. That's a very simple link. The second reason is it helps spread link juice. Now, link juice is a term used in the SEO world to refer to value or equity passed from one page to another by links. Now, the search engine such as Google sees links as votes that the link page is viable and worth promoting. So if you want to link to your most important pages to pass link juice, do some internal linking. And have most of your internal links as anchor text. Now, anchor text are the words on your page that are set up as hyperlinks. If I want to rank for appealing web design, then I would design my hypertext with appealing web design as the anchor text. But you want to try to use anchor text with your keywords or related keywords, but do so to make it worth and sensible. Don't overuse your keywords. Otherwise, Google will see this as keyword stuffing. For example, if you're trying to rank for blueberry pie, don't repeatedly use blueberry pie as your anchor text 20 times on a page. You're not going to gain anything back by that, and Google may actually reduce your rankings. So if you implement these two things on your website, your rankings, engagements, and number of customers will improve. So everybody be blessed, and I'll see you next time.